In today's lesson, we'll look at how a CSV file is written. It works exactly like a read, except its format, its mode in which it is to be opened is changed, and one change is that in place of read, we write the function of write. The rest of our code works exactly like read. To write it, the CSV module, which is a built-in module, I have written it through that. I have written the code beforehand only because sometimes there is a chance of the syntax of the function being wrong. First of all, we have to import our built-in module. So we imported our CSV module. Secondly, those headings, which will be our column headings, I named them fields and stored them in the form of a list. After that, I made list of lists, which is comma separated. Nikhil, COE 2 9.0, Sanchit, COE 2 9.1. So I have created all these lists of lists, and one list is representing one row. We have written the two things we have to write up in our file. Now the main task, that which file do we have to create? We named that file in file name. We created a CSV file named university record. Next step is exactly like read. With is a keyword which controls exceptions and automatic closing of files. We'll open the file, whichever it is, with the open function, and we must note that if we don't give file name here and give it at this point, our function will still work fine. Our mode is of write, and we have created a handler CSV file. After CSV file, we did call of that function, the function through which we have to write. We passed handler. Now the function has a handler. The handler will be handling both the mode and the file it has to write. CSV file is a handler in which the file in it is named university records, and in which mode do we handle it? We have to handle it in write mode. This work will be done by the CSV file handler. Next, our work is that we have to print its field, its records, so csv.write row fields. This thing will be written, then through the CSV writer will write whatever data we have, and it will be written in our file. These are a heading, which we have named fields. So data of every row in every cell according to heading will be stored. Now we'll check it by doing an experiment. In it, we'll check by lessening the data at some point what error will it give. Will it print out correctly or not? It has printed it correctly. Now let's see what thing it has stored. We removed from the middle, but it moved the value which was in the next cell to one cell before. Because of this, there are more chances of our data being wrong if we don't fill up all the values. So whatever space or position we have, we will place its value under its heading. Now we have provided a space here, so it has stored nothing and moved the whole value to the next cell. In our whole data, even if there is no value in some cell, we have written space there. Second way to write a file is also through the CSV module, but there is a changing of function. Now our function will write the thing in the dictionary format and not in list format. We have created a dictionary. Branch in front of it, COE CGPA 9.0 name. Branch CGPA name year were our fields, name, and against them is all of their values. We have created file name and created a handler. In the dictionary writer function, we just have to pass the handler and the name of the handler field. Aside from that, we have to write .write header, write rows, write header will write our field. Write header will write all the values of a dictionary against every heading against every header. If I run this, in this case, what output will it give? It has given us that output. The names are written against name, branch against branch, year against year, and CGPA against CGPA is written. These were the two methods that how a CSV file is written.